What's the lesson going to be about?
All right, I'm on.
It says live stream.
They can come sit over here next to Owen.
Someone needs to keep this guy in line.
Gotta keep him in line.
All right, guys, we're about to start. Tanya, you got it ready? You got it going?
Yeah, everybody say hi. Hi.
All right, hi, everybody. We're about to start. Here we go. Okay, this is called the box. This teaches you how to pick up a board and 4 weights. Now, on most boards, you can't throw a weight down here and leave it on the rail. Most boards, everything comes in about this far. This is what I call the box. Everything usually comes to this point, comes inside here. There are boards that will hang out here on the rails, but for the basic idea of this is what we're going to do. Most weights are going to come all the way inside this box. So on our practice weights, what we're going to do is you're going to learn how to stick every weight on your practice weights. You're not going to try to learn the lag. First 2 shots are going to be Jersey rail, straight up the rail. Now what you're trying to do is you're trying to pretend like you're shooting at a 3 on your hammer. This is the speed you want. If you're shooting at a 3 on your hammer, you're not going to blast at it because you want to score. So you're trying to throw the slowest speed you can to go off, and this shows you the whole breaks of the board. So the first shot we're going to throw is right rail, Jersey, straight as it can go, hard enough to go off. Now what we're trying to do is see how far it carries to the middle. So that one stayed a little bit to the right of the numbers, right over the middle, just to the right. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to throw the same shot left-handed, straight up the rail, hard enough to go off. Now look at this weight. This weight's it's crashing down. So the board is low this way. So right then what we should know is that once we see the board's low this way, anything that you shoot at left-handed that's on this half of the board's going to help you to it. Anything you shoot at right-handed on this half of the board, you're going to have to shoot at it or half a weight past it because the board's low this way. Also, what this tells you is if you want to come around a weight right cross, you're going to have a really good chance at it coming back around because the board's low this way. So now we know our right cross come around is probably good, and if we're going to go around anything left cross, you almost need to shoot at the weight you're going around because the board's going to do the rest of the work and carry it around. Next things you want to learn is spans. Right span straight, hard enough to go off, just like you're shooting at a 3 on your hammer. And look, it stays to the right side of the board. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to shoot left span straight. And we're going to see how much left span carries across. So left span goes almost to the middle, maybe a little bit past the middle. So let's see if I can stick this left span. Left span straight goes right to it with my eyes closed. I don't even have to guess about it. So now what we're going to do here is, Tanya, can you please grab the camera and come down here? So what this showed us is left Jersey, right hand Jersey, right span, left span. So right here we know the whole board is low this way. Anything that we can shoot at over here, if this weight's over here, we're going to aim like at this side of the weight because you know the board is low this way, which gives you a better chance of cutting back and seeing it playing back right if you do shoot too hard. If you want to go around the weight, something that's up here, because the board's low this way, you should know that your come around is good just by reading your 2 Jersey straight weights. If you want to go around this way, left cross from the other end, you should know that you need to almost shoot directly at the weight and the board pulls down. So you should shoot the inside and the board will carry it around past it. So right there, we learned 4 weights, how to stick all of these weights that are right here. So this is left Jersey, this is left span, this is right span, this is right Jersey. So right there, we learned this part of the board. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down here, and I'm gonna show you, okay, let's say this weight is right here, and I'm gonna stick it right handed. Go back to the other end. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot up the rail, straight up the rail, just like I did, and we know it stayed to the right of the numbers. So now I'm gonna bend my thumb a little bit, because when you bend your thumb, it kicks the weight into these fingers, which pushes the weight off the rail. The purpose of bending your thumb is to push it off the rail. So now what we're gonna go straight up the rail with a little bit of pitch. See if it gets all the way over there to the weight. So right there, almost really, really close. I had a great idea of how to stick the weights just off of my practice weights. Now I know what you're thinking. Everybody's like, well, what are you gonna do when you have to lag from them? How do you know the lag speed? Well, if you throw your practice weights like you're sticking a 3, just barely hard enough to go off, if they stop and they stay on the board, that should tell you right then, slow lagging in. If they don't even take a break and they just stay straight, that should tell you fast lagging in. So at the same time, you do kind of learn the lag off of stick shots. But why do I preach stick shots before lag? Because in the frame, they're gonna have the hammer. Or when you have the hammer, they're gonna have the first weight throw. So if you can stick that weight, they can't stick, you get a lag check right there. Lag checks. This is the whole idea behind this drill, is so you can stick more weights in the opponent and see more lag checks. Lag checks equal points. The more lag checks you get, the more confidence you build. The more confidence you build, the more points you're going to score. Also, this is board knowledge. Board knowledge tells you how to stick weights, how to get into weights, and it teaches you how to control frames. Knowledge is how you win games. That's basically the box, and if there's let's go ahead and get some people up here and try and see how it works out for them. Now, actually, there is one more thing I wanted to show you. The spans. When you throw the span straight and it just stays pretty straight like this board does, that should tell you right then, if you want to shoot anything to this side of the weight, use jersey, because jersey's coming from the highest concave part of the board, which is going to help you move to the middle of the board. So you're going to have more action coming off the rail. So anything past the middle over here, you should be shooting jersey, not span. That's basically it. So let's go ahead and get some people up here and let's start learning the boards and let's see how these 4 practice weights go. And then after that, we're going to pair up and y'all are going to play games to 5.